You've said that if you do cybercrime, eventually it's not going to end well.
It does not end well.
Why is that?
So I don't want to say that's because you're going to be arrested, because honestly, very few people are arrested. All right. But it doesn't end well because of the type of person that you become. You quoted me earlier. You lie to everybody around you. You lie to yourself. You lie to your friends. You lie to your family. Of course, you lie to your victims. You don't have any friends. I went 20 years without friends. I had associates. I didn't have friends.
And you can't truly trust.
You don't trust anybody. You don't trust anybody. I had my wife. I was married for 9 years. I lied to her every single day of those 9 years, and it took her 9 years to give up on me, to realize that I was that piece of shit. And she leaves at that point. Then from there, I started dating a stripper and lied to her. I thought I had friends. I lied to all those people that I knew that thought they were my friends. I lied to them the entire time. You become that individual. I don't think a lot of people really understand how bad that is. You talked about, you pointed out that woman that I ripped off. She was trying to put a roof on her house for freaking kids, man. You're that person. You're that person.
So you're also lying to yourself. And that's not a mindset in which you can grow as a person, find happiness, find genuine, simple human affection, which is what love is.
Yeah.
Simple, real friendship, all of those things.
Right. So I went to prison, of course. One of the most important lessons that I learned in prison, because crime as a whole, if you're a criminal, it's an addiction. All right. If you're addicted to something, whether it be drugs, crime, gambling, what have you, if you're addicted to something, you cannot love anything else except the addiction. The addiction comes first. All right. And, you pointed out some of those truly despicable things. Script, for example, tortures that guy. You get to the point where it's like, okay, this is the business. And, I tried to convince myself that, I'm a businessman, but I'm a good guy on the other end. And you're not. You're not. So those lies become part of it, everything else. And, you get the higher ups are usually arrested. They are. But, you've got millions of cyber criminals these days. So most guys are not going to be arrested. So you may be arrested. You may be like freaking Jonathan James. He was a miner, a very, very talented individual, very competent. He had, as a kid, he had broke into NASA, DOD, Pentagon. He shut the NASA computers down for 6 weeks. This is that kid. Then he decides he wants to go into credit card theft. Partners with Albert. He's arrested with Albert. Law enforcement, they were going to blame him. He was the only competent individual. So this kid gets up one day. He wasn't in prison yet. He gets up one day, goes in his dad's bedroom, gets out his 45, walks in the bathroom, and blows his brains out. You've got things like that. Or you're going to rip somebody off, and you're going to end up like scripted with that guy, the guy who ran Evolution Marketplace. No one knew who. Two people ran that, a guy and a girl, and no one knew who they were. He ends up stealing about $24 million, a lot of it from Ukrainian mob, and they found him about a year later on a beach without his head and hands. But it always goes south. But more than anything, to me, the negative thing is you really become somebody that, just truly a despicable human being. When you get to the point when you're destroying people's retirement accounts, you're stealing money from a woman that simply wants to do something good for her family. When you become that individual and you're okay with that, my God, man, it got to the point. I had one guy I ripped off. It's like for $900. This is when I first started the cybercrime stuff. It's when I was becoming competent. And I ripped him off for like $900. And he sent me an email. And he was like, the email said something like, I guess you needed the money. And it's okay. You keep it. And I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. But it's that where you become that individual. Yeah.